AI brings a lot of opportunities for a ton of companies, but also is perhaps bad news for a lot of companies which are already established, especially as SaaS tools, as productivity tools. These are going to either be challenged or vanish in the coming years. Today, we will look at one such example, which is in many ways what people are calling a Canva killer, or in my opinion, an alternate approach to Canva. How AI can revolutionize every part of software, services, and other industries as well. Today, we'll explore Microsoft Designer, where we look at how this designer tool can use to be create AI images, editing the images, but then also helping you create those wonderful cards or WhatsApp posts or LinkedIn or Instagram posts. All of that can be done straight away without actually having an image which you have to buy from a expensive library or find on the internet. It generate all these images with you, and because I am guessing it's using DALL-E 3, which is obviously by OpenAI, you own the images which you create. So the actual information and the slides, all the posts are then owned by you. So let's dive into this and see how can this be used to make our lives better and more efficient. As I mentioned before, perhaps a Canva killer. Right, so let's dive right into it. There are, as you can see, 6 different options within the designer. This is in December 2023. These options will obviously change. What I'm excited about is one of these options on the right hand side at the bottom, which is the brand kit creator. Effectively, this will put a design agency out of business because it will allow people to have their own designs and create new brands for companies. What's interesting with that is also is that this is a tool available out of the box. You can create your images, your colors, your styles, your fonts, and then that will be a label you can use to replace existing labels. It is phenomenal, as I believe this is going to change a lot of different things in the space of content creation, with design and branding as well. Right, let's look into the other ones which are available. I believe these three, the eraser, the background remover, and background blur in the same category in many ways. What I mean by that is that they enhance existing images which you might have and make them better. Now I'll show you an example of one which I thought was really interesting. I was doing this before, so all you have to do is click on generate, and I did that earlier, and then I just kind of open up this image which I have on my screen. So all you have to do is go to a new design, you click on to add image, and now there are 3 options available as I showed you in the previous screen: the generative eraser or erase, remove background, and blur background. So what I did was I said, okay, well, you know what, I'm going to get rid of something here and keep editing. And what I did was I got rid of this content bit over here. All right, so I clicked on that and I said erase object. And what's interesting is that you can see it will erase the object for you, but also what it will do for you is actually create something to replace it. And that's the interesting part about it, is that when it didn't have AI, it had to go and create what's already there. To remove an image, it will just remove the background image for you. You do that before Adobe Photoshop as well, for example. Really easy. What's interesting here is that not only it's taken out the content, which I have it done already here. So it took that building off, but also it added some extra bit behind as well. So it can blend really well in with the other colors. The blue background, for example, this bit which matches the bits on the right hand side, it adds by itself. so as to not to create a vacuum across. I think that's really powerful. That's what AI is really good at. It can predict what can be used to replace existing material. So it makes it a much powerful tool. So not only it takes away the background, also adds bits to replace it. So it looks like it's powerful about this. And that's why people are a bit scared about AI is because it can do so much, right? So that's a good example of what it can do, and you can also use the other tools as well. I've tried the background blur stuff, so then again, for example, this is the other version of it, and it works really well. The blur, the background removal, they all work really well. Again, it can not only replace stuff, which is done pretty easily via Adobe Photoshop, but also it can add the elements to make sure the image is consistent, which I think is really, really useful. All right. So let's look at the other two bits of tools. One is to generate the image creator and the design creator. So let's go into the design creator because that's sort of a that's over here. That can, it's basically a prompt, and then you put a prompt in and you can tell it what you require. It can go as detailed or as basic as you like. All right, so let's try to put something in. All right, so let's dive into it. So I just asked it to create an image for a LinkedIn post talking about the power of AI, especially how lucky we are to be living in this era of change. So that's how I feel about this era and what AI can do for us. Let's click on generate, and now what it'll do is just go ahead and generate the images for us. It basically, there are a few things it won't do for you. It will not create images for you of people, and that's something which is a problem. But I think what's interesting about this software that is coming through is that it can create videos for you as well, which is very interesting. With different designs for you. You can you can also modify. They're suggesting to change things as well. For example, if you don't like this, you can actually re-prompt it. Also do for you sort of a a style of LinkedIn which has been really popular recently. So the carousel style of post or carousel post on LinkedIn is really interesting, and then it has to create that for you. Again, all you do is enter a a very simple prompt, and it made the whole thing for you. This is why it's really interesting and scary at the same time. So let's go back into the other options are available as well, and you can see that it can do some really interesting images. All these are different. So it's giving you plenty of examples to choose from, which is really exciting and interesting as well. And it has different formats, as I mentioned, video, and it gives a carousel post as well. If you were to if you were to do this in a different way, if you say, for example, create a professional Facebook post, right, and you'll see that the examples will be different now. It will be more aligned to Facebook, so it understands what works for which platform, and you can generate stuff in the back of that. This is the power of AI. I think, given that's Microsoft's obviously OpenAI powering all of this, there is not only ChatGPT style prompts available in this, but also Dolly style images available as well. And then it also creates the videos for you as well, which I think is phenomenal. It really is. I mean, let's look at this one, for example. Right, it's actually a video, so it should work. Click on it. There you go. That's the video it looks like. That's the other one. And you can see that has done a great job at creating different elements. We can also add your own image as well. So here you go. You click on add media. You can actually add your own images as well. And so I've added an image here. Now I can click on generate, and it will then utilize that image for you as well. So it's remixing at scale, and obviously image is not uploaded yet, but yeah, let's try again. There you go. So it's used the actual image itself to create these posts now for you. And it's made a video for you as earlier. It's added the images, for example. You can also ask it to do some really interesting stuff as well. So for example, if you only require to do videos from this, well, why actually put in image? Let's put it, make a video. So now it's generating videos for us from the image we created earlier, and so you use it into different formats, which is very powerful. I think what's really also interesting is like actually use the same tool to create greeting cards. I wouldn't be surprised if this Christmas we'll have a ton of people generating videos and images from these AI tools. And I feel Designer is a very strong tool. It's actually come out with something really interesting. It's got a lot of very exciting opportunities within them. It's all out of the box, simple to use, obviously your prompt based, so nothing challenging there at all. And it's done the work which typically you would pay a designer to actually kind of get on with it and create it. You can put potentially your company, your friends and family, you know, the requirements and utility of this tool is phenomenal. You can actually use it for more than a a use case you can think of at the moment because there are so many different options available. I feel this is going to be a another game changer. I think it seems like I'm using this word game changer for almost every tool I'm finding now. But with the budget which Microsoft and OpenAI have, they can make these cool tools at scale fairly quickly. And hence, this is a scary space to be operating in because if you are in the current position of Canva or had or looking to create a tool with AI, it can be replaced very quickly because to create these kind of tools, well, a lot of the work is actually done by AI itself. It generates the code for you. So it is a interesting opportunity, but a threat as well. And I feel like this is going to add a ton of value for designers. But equally, agencies will be finding it very difficult to then sell these kind of services as well. So as we explore and unwind the opportunities in AI, it is an opportunity and a threat at the same time. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, please do subscribe, like, and comment. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.